Soon after the Nakba in 1948, my family began moving out of Palestine due to the atrocities carried out against the Palestinian people by Israel. Some of my family left to surrounding Muslim countries, and eventually my grandparents moved to Canada with nothing and began building their lives. Other family members soon followed, and fast forward to today, I am now a third generation Canadian. I obviously grew up in a Muslim household, alhamdulillah, and I was taught about Islam. I was also told about Palestine, but mainly with the focus of the atrocities committed on my people by Israel. We never visited because of the constant threat of Israel and the increasing crimes that they were committing upon us. So Palestine was always a distant place that was close to my heart, but it never quite felt within reach. I always felt distant from my people, from my culture, from our ways, and I never actually learned how to speak Arabic, despite my mother's best attempts because I was just stubborn and I didn't want to learn it. But that left me with a major disconnect from my people and my culture. This disconnect was so big that whenever an elder would try to speak to me in Arabic and I told them I don't speak Arabic, there would always be this awkward silence and this look of disappointment. And I'm not joking, this was a major trauma for me growing up. Now at the ripe old age of 25 years old, I'm beginning to learn how to speak Arabic to grow closer to my people, my culture, and obviously, most importantly, to understand Islam better. But obviously, I wish I had started sooner. And to help me learn Arabic, I'm actually using the Kalam app, which is great because it's stress-free and it lets you pick a specific dialect so you can connect with your specific culture and your specific people. Because if you know Arabic, you know the dialects vary a lot. And the Kalam app is actually a major sponsor of this channel and provided me with a code to get you guys an extended free trial. So if you guys want to join me on my journey learning Arabic and want to learn Arabic yourself, then you can get an extended free trial to Kalam using the code Rami. It could be difficult growing up feeling so distant from your people because you don't quite feel at home in the country that you live in, but you also don't feel connected to the country that you feel you should have been born in, meaning you don't really feel connected to your own people either. At this point, you either fully remove your culture and your history from who you are, or you push through and you go to actually learn more about your people, your culture, and your history. Honestly, Islam has helped me a lot in this regard because although heritage and culture and your lineage are respected in Islam and they are a focal point, they're not the main focus. In Islam, the fact that you're Muslim means that you belong, no matter where you're from. And that's why the mosques are always so packed with so many different people from different backgrounds, different skin colors, different races, ethnicities, upbringings, so on and so forth, because we're all Muslim. So if you feel disconnected from your people, your culture, your history, the best place to start is actually connecting with Allah first and foremost, because you only really understand yourself and your place in this world by understanding Allah and your relationship with Him. And then once you do that, ask your parents, ask your grandparents, ask your friends, ask your community about your culture. Ask them about their story. Ask them about your people, their experiences, and even visit back home if you can. There was a series of events that transpired in a way that inevitably caused you to land where you are today. Some great events, some tragic events, some long and forgotten, and some that are still ongoing to this day. But this history matters because it tells you how you got to where you are today. And it may even tell you projections for where you could end up in the future. Learning and understanding the history of my people allowed me to understand why I live in Canada today, why I haven't been able to visit back home up until now, and why my people are still being attacked by Israel to this day. So if you grew up in a country feeling distant from your people and your culture, then take the time to get to learn your culture, take the time to get to know your people, and learn about your past. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.